Hey fabricators, it's Etty. Today's lesson is going to be extremely simple, great for beginners. We are going to sew a single welt pocket. This is great for skirts, jackets, and pants. Are you guys ready? Let's get started. So let's take a look at what we're going to need for the project today. We have a main body piece, and this is going to be 11-inch wide by 12-inch long. Then you have your welt piece, and this is going to be cut 6-inch wide by 3 inches long. Then you have your facing, which is 7 by 2.5, and you have your fusible interfacing pieces. This particular guy is going to be ironed to your welt piece, so it's 6-inch wide by 3 inches long. You have your pocket slit. This is 7-inch by 2.5. And here to the right is our pocket. So this is the top pocket, which is 7-inch wide by 5.5. And the bottom pocket is 7-inch wide by 4.5 inch long. I wanted to go ahead and explain to you the main body piece for the pocket slit. So the first thing that we're gonna do is draw a line from the pocket slit 3 inches down. And then the width of it is gonna be 5.5 inches. So I went ahead and I marked already 2 lines right into the middle. This one is our original line, 5.5, and the bottom is also 5.5. The top one is 5.25, and the distance between each of the line is 1/4. Now when we take a look at the middle line, we're gonna measure 1/2 inch on each side and then draw our little triangles. Now that we've cut all of our fabric pieces, take the main body piece and turn it over on the right sides facing down, just like that. And then take the fusible interfacing and the sticky side, we're gonna place it over right in the middle where the pocket slit is. And then we're gonna press it over with our iron. Perfect. And now let's move over this piece. And we're gonna move on to the welt piece. Take the welt piece and then face it down again. And then the fusible interfacing, the sticky side, we're gonna press it over with the iron as well. See, piece of cake. Let's move on to the next steps. All right, so take your welt piece and then turn it on the right sides. Place a couple of pins so that way it'll be easier for us to sew. And on the other side as well. Great. And we're gonna take this and sew it 1/4 inch of a seam allowance on both sides. And when you're doing your stitching, don't forget to back tag at the beginning and at the end. Okay. And back tag this as well. And now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just clip your threads. If you have a machine that does it for you, I envy you. And now on the other side, the same thing. Just at 1/4 inch of a seam allowance. And while you're sewing, take out the pin so your needle doesn't break. Okay, back tag at the end. Perfect. Piece of cake. Okay, and clip the threads on this side as well. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn it on the right sides, like this. And then take your little scissors and just push through, but not too hard so you don't poke a hole through it. And the last step for this piece is gonna be to press it over with an iron. So just take your iron. So each piece that we're sewing, we have to press it so it looks really nice at the end, our project. So take your welt piece, and then right at the bottom, place it on the pocket slit. Just make sure it's right in the middle. Okay, ready to sew. And if someone is slow at the beginning, you just take your time so you can do a straight line. Because no one is rushing you. And you know what's coming up. We have to back tag again at the end. Okay, just cut our threads real quick. And on the other side. Now what we're gonna do is take your facing piece and place it on top of your pocket slit. Position it kind of like in the middle. And then if you have a little pencil, just grab one and mark the beginning and the end of your stitching. So we'll be sewing again at 1/4 inch of a seam allowance. Okay, so we're gonna start right where we put the dot when we start sewing. Perfect. Okay, let's get this thing going. And we know it, we're gonna back tag right here. Good job. Clip our threads real quick. So this is looking really nice so far, huh? Okay, so after this, we are gonna take, this is the way I like to use it. I'll take the seam ripper and I'm gonna start right in the middle where the pocket slit is. You can kind of start it off so you can put scissors in it. A little bit, just watch out not to put too much of a hole. That's good. And now, we're gonna take the scissors and we'll cut through it. Just follow the lines nice and easy. You can just kind of see where they are on one side. And once you get to the little triangle over here, just watch out and clip right up to the triangle. And then on the other side, I'm just gonna turn it a little bit because I can't get to it. And then on the other side, the same thing, the triangle. Great. And the other half. Following the line. Just nice and slow so that way you don't make a mistake. And then the triangle again. One more triangle and we're done. Okay, now if you want to take the welt piece and kind of turn it upwards, you can finger press like this. And the next step is we're gonna take this interfacing and we're gonna turn it over on the other side like this. Once we turn it over on the other side, just take all the corners out. This is looking good. And you can press it down like this. Okay, so let's turn the main piece around so that way we can tack the little triangles to the facing. Take them out so that way it creates a nice corner on the right side. Okay, and off to the little triangles. Back tag. Very nice. And little triangles on the other side. A quick back tag. Done. That's like the easiest sewing ever. Our little project is really starting to shape up. So this is our main fabric piece, and we're gonna turn it over of where the right side is facing down. And then take the facing piece and move it over so that way you can see the welt piece. This is our welt piece, and we're gonna attach the top pocket bag. We're gonna attach it on this side. So just make sure that you center it. We're gonna be sewing at 1/4 inch of a seam allowance. Just a little bit more. And finish up with a little back stitching. Got those little threads. I get so excited about stuff like that. Okay, so the top pocket piece is on. I'm gonna move that down. And now it's time for the facing. So we're gonna take the facing and we're gonna attach the bottom pocket piece. And this is, just place it over to the other side, like this. See? And then put a couple of pins again before we stitch. And this time, instead of 1/4 of an inch, we're gonna do 1/2 inch for seam allowance. So one more stitch. And then make sure that they're aligned really nicely, so that way we can attach the 2 pockets together later on. Okay, at 1/2 inch as we said. Perfect. And just go as slow as fast as you are comfortable with. And move out those pins. Backstitch real quick. And we're done. So now we have the 2 pockets attached, and the next thing that we're gonna do is iron everything nice and neat so we can continue. So go and get your irons. So we're gonna press the pocket opening under the welt side. If you take a look at it and just kind of straighten it with your fingers first, and then just press it over with the iron. Guide it over with your fingers. Great. And then if you want also, like, we're gonna do the welt side over it just to press it as well. Then turn it over on the right side's facing down, and we're gonna take, this is actually the bottom pocket bag, we're gonna take it and we're gonna press it on the downward position. And then the same thing on the welt side. Just press it over on a downward position again. Great. And now we can press the pockets together. And we're ready to join our pockets. So we have our last couple of steps for sewing. The first one is gonna be we're attaching the pockets, and the last one is gonna be edge stitching the welt piece. So the main body piece right now is facing us, and we can move it over so we can see the pockets. Place a couple of pins as usual, so it's easier for us to put the pockets together. You can place it on the other side as well. And for the pockets, we'll be sewing at 1/2 inch seam allowance on all 3 sides. All right, let's start this. Yay, our project is almost over, you guys. And take out your pins as you go. By this time, you know the drill. We've practiced enough. You know what I love about this project is they're little stitches so people can practice. And the last part over here. One more. I always say it, but backstitch your end. And press the button when you backstitch. And okay, one more step after this. Good. And off to the edge stitch. So turn your piece on the right sides. Edge stitching is going to be extremely easy. We're just going to edge stitch right here at the corners of the welt piece. Okay, quick edge stitch, and that's it, you guys. And the same thing on the other side. Clean up our threads. This one. Perfect. And the flipping on the other side. was great. The last step of our sewing, yay! And just like that, we're done with our single welt pocket. Check it out, it looks great, doesn't it? If you guys enjoyed this project, give a like on the video. Until the next time, bye!